Hey, what is up, guys? It is Athieno, and today we're going to be going over how to get out of copper in 5 minutes daily. The 5 tips I'm going to be giving you guys today, if you practice this daily for about 5-ish minutes reviewing your head, that way when you implement it into your game, you'll be actually ranking up a lot faster than you think. Now, whether you're actually a legit copper or not watching this video, it might be mind-blowing to think, wow, copper is so easy to get out. How could anybody be in copper? Well, there are actually some new players in this game, or just people in general, that do struggle with this game, and it's okay to be in copper because everybody has different learning levels. So this video is directed for those that want to get out of copper. You know, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be in copper and just mess around and have fun, but if you actually want to improve but you're somehow stuck in copper, this video is for you. And I'm going to give you guys 5 things that I think will help you guys coming from a diamond player and a challenger league player. And I'm going to be doing one for every rank. I think with the new season coming up, you know, new ranks, people want to achieve higher ranks. So make sure you guys do hit the subscribe button. That way we can reach 30k very soon. So the first thing I would mention is your operator selection. So this is basically who you're choosing on attack and defense, and everybody has their main and favorite group of operators they like playing. So it's really important that you kind of should feel a lot of the different operators. Now, if you're probably in copper, you probably don't have a lot of people unlocked, but I recommend that you plan out your attack or your defense. Like, you know, why are you choosing an operator? Are you just going to run around and try to chase kills, or are you going to try and maybe, you know, outsmart the enemy? Either one works because you're in copper, and all that really need to focus on is just winning the round. If you want to try and go crazy on the frags, you know, get like 3 or 4 kills in a round, go for a gun that you think is comfortable for you. But I think a lot of people get messed up on is they choose an operator and they don't really know what to do with it. You know, they choose an operator, the gun's not their most comfortable, and I think it's better that you pick an operator that you are more comfortable playing rather than just saying, oh, everybody uses this, but I'm not really that good with it. And as you move up the ranks, that you can just choose any operator as long as you know you're using the utility and you're aiming pretty well with them. So if your friends or maybe a random teammate in game is telling you to go this operator or go on to a support operator, don't change, don't listen to them unless they're actually trying to win with you. But if someone just wants your operator, they want you to get off of it, just play whoever you want, you are in charge. So make sure you have some intent on your operator selection. Now, the second tip I would give you guys to get out of copper quick, it's probably this works for every rank, so that's why I will always say it for copper or diamond, is to learn your map. When you learn the map, it means everybody's playing the same map as you, but if you can try to be better at that map than other people, then those coppers are eventually going to fall under their mistakes. So some ways I would some advice I would give to improve your map knowledge is to, 1, find areas that you enjoy playing in. Maybe that might be a certain staircase or a room you really enjoy holding, that one ankle that gets you a lot of kills. Go for that. When you learn that room, you kind of learn the room around you, and eventually the whole map just becomes easy, like at the back of your hand. The second thing I would recommend if you want to improve your map knowledge is to try to study the callouts. You don't have to know all the callouts if you're in copper, because a lot of the time callouts probably sometimes might not even work. It's basically just basic communication. So if you can try to be clear about your callouts on the map, it will help you recognize how to position yourself better. And probably the most basic thing about learning your map is the bomb sites. If you know every single bomb site and know where all the rooms are, then you have a big advantage over many players that don't know where the bomb sites are, and they might be attacking blind. And so get creative of defending different bomb sites, and I tell you right now, it will work. Now, the third tip I would give you to get out of copper is, once you kind of learn the maps, this number 2 and 3 tie up together, but number 3 is roaming versus anchoring. If you're in copper, you're probably a new player, or maybe, you know, you're at a very basic level of play, so you don't have to get so creative with, oh, I'm gonna one tap this guy, you know, hold all these angles. No, don't overcomplicate it. I would recommend every single time you want to attack or defend, you kind of want to have a roam style. Do you want to you know, be the first blood, try to get the first kill, or maybe you want to be an anchor player, anchor on attack or defense. You want to sit back and try to drone yourself out more, or maybe hold down the site more. You know, you're taking more of a passive role. You're not really the first gunfight there, but you're kind of just holding down the site until the time runs out. So I think every single round you should decide if you want to roam or do you want to anchor, I think that just really clears up your intention for the round. If you want to anchor, you can choose like people like Smoke, Doc, Rook, anybody, even Bandit if you want to, to stay in sight and is guarding a certain doorway. And if you want to roam, I would recommend more of a 3-speed operator. That way you're move around the map faster, and it's just a lot easier if you pick a faster person on the roam. Now the 4th tip I would give if you guys want to get out of Copper is to meet people. So in Copper, it is probably it's really hard down there. So you really should not expect the first 5 stack that you're going to reach Diamond with. You're going to meet a lot of new people. You're going to leave a lot of new people. So the thing I would really focus on when you're meeting a new stack is to try to avoid solo queuing. Now, it might be a little hard because you might not have friends online, or maybe you're a little scared or shy to talk to people. That's okay. But I would try to use game chat as much as you can, because the more communication you give, the more likely you are to win the game. So if you are shy, we'll start at the very bottom. If you are shy, you don't want to talk to anyone yet, you want to find people you're comfortable around, I recommend just solo queue, or you can use discords. Find people around your rank, and then you don't have to put yourself out there too much. But if you feel comfortable playing around some people, you can send them a friend request and eventually build your social skills from there. Now, let's say you're not shy and you're actually a really good talker, but you just don't really have anyone to play. Like I said, try to look through some discords or some local communities and group chats. The next time you solo queue, be a nice person. Nobody's going to want to play with someone super toxic, because most people in Copper are either just playing for fun or they're not very good at the game. So you kind of have to understand the level that you're playing at, and eventually you'll move your way up. So that's a big tip. Number 4 is to meet a lot of people. Fill up your friends list with people who are good at the game, and I would try to avoid sticking around those really good entries that are really good at the game. They have a high rank, their aim is good, but they're really toxic. I would recommend play a few games with them, and eventually, once you don't need them anymore, then you can just find a different stack. And the last tip I would give you guys, number 5 tip to get out of Copper, is to stick to one sensitivity that you're comfortable with. Now, we'll get into settings later on in the future when you start playing the game a lot more and getting to a higher rank. But now that we're talking Copper, it's really important that you kind of start to feel and test different things that you're comfortable with. Down the line, once you start to get better, you might like a different screen resolution. Do you like stretch res, or just the native 16:9 res? All that you can still test around, but I think a good starting point if you want to get out of Copper quickly is to stick to one sense that you feel comfortable on, but you know that you can keep improving it if you just practice it every day or whenever you have time to play this game. I would recommend T-Hunt, which is the terrorist hunt option in the menu. Do like about 2 or 3 of those before you start your unranked or whatever match you're going to be playing. Mostly you guys are going to be playing ranked. You want to rank up faster, right? So in your T-Hunts, just get used to moving around, practice your 180s and your 1-taps, and it's overall cross positioning. Don't take it so serious. Don't care about dying. Just go in there, get your aim warmed up. That way when you come into ranked, you're not caught off guard. And if you guys want more videos on how to train your aim a little bit better, I haven't made one in a while, but I do have older ones if you guys want to check that one out. But those are going to be the 5 tips I would recommend for you guys if you guys want to get out of Copper quickly. And it takes like 5 minutes daily to do. So we'll go over it one more time. Is 1, make sure you're picking your operator with intent. Are you picking someone just for the gun, or are you picking someone because you want to strat? Number 2 is to learn your maps. Get your map knowledge up, because that's a huge factor if you want to rank up higher in Rainbow Six, especially if you're in Copper. In Copper, nobody knows the maps, barely. So it's really important that you kind of do that. And then 3, if you're on attack or defense, do you want to play a slower pace, roam versus anchor, or you want to be a more of a faster pace and going for that first kill? The 4th thing is to meet people. Solo queue is always rough in low ranks because it's basically a lobby of 10 people don't know what they're doing. So communication goes a long way. Trying to find some more people and groups you like to play with every day. And the last thing, stick to one sense, because once you become somewhat comfortable with one sensitivity, you don't have to worry too much about your aim, and it will take you a longer way once you start to level up to bronze, silver, platinum, etc. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If it did help you out, please leave a like. I would appreciate it. And subscribe if you're new to the channel, because I got lots of videos coming for you guys soon. So, and thank you guys. We're almost close to 24,000 subs. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.